Welcoming back to MSD Learning World. In this video, we are going to see the conversion of NFA epsilon machine to deterministic finite automata. Here, it is a direct conversion procedure from NFA epsilon machine. Here, we are not going to see the conversion of NFA epsilon to NFA, then to DFA. That is another way of process. Already we have seen in the previous video the conversion of NFA epsilon to NFA, then NFA to DFA. So that conversion also we can make it to form DFA. But here this conversion process is converting the NFA epsilon machine to direct DFA. So without having any intermediate NFA, we are going to directly convert. So here from the conversion of NFA epsilon to DFA, we have to make two processes. One is we have to eliminate non-deterministic property, the number one. The number two is we have to eliminate epsilon transition. As we have already seen, if we want to eliminate the non-deterministic property, we have to start creating the new states. The second is for eliminating the epsilon transition, we have to form epsilon closure of all the states. So the first thing that we have to make is we have to create new states, and the second is we have to find epsilon closure of all the states. So these two steps has to be combined to make direct conversion of DFA from NFA epsilon. So here the given machine is NFA epsilon because that states are represented with the set of all brace and we have an input as epsilon. So this machine is NFA epsilon and some of the states have non-deterministic property also. For example, from the state P on epsilon transition it is going to two states, and from the state Q on input C it is going to new two states. So the given machine is an NFA epsilon machine. So for this machine now we are going to create the direct DFA. So the first step is to create the transition diagram for this. So the transition diagram for this is we have the state P, Q and R. R is the final state. So P is the initial state. So P on A it is empty, P on B it is to the state Q, and P on C it is to the state R, and P on epsilon it is going to the state Q as well as R. So C comma epsilon. Now Q on A it is going to the state P, and Q on B it is going to the state R, and Q on C it is going to the state P as well as to Q. So Q on C goes to the state P as well as to the state Q. So you will have a self loop here. Now and this is empty, and here Q on epsilon it is empty state, and R on epsilon you have an empty, and R does not have transition for A, B or C. So first you have to create the transition diagram for the given problem. Now we are going to start making the process of creating the direct DFA. So the first, along with finding the new state, we are also going to perform epsilon closure of all the states. So directly now we are going to start creating the DFA machine. So here we are going to create DFA from the given NFA epsilon. So our first process is to find. Now this is what is the second step after the transition diagram. So here in our second step we are going to find del of P comma epsilon and del of Q comma epsilon and del of R comma epsilon. Del of P comma epsilon is nothing but epsilon closure of P, and Q comma epsilon is epsilon closure of Q, and R comma epsilon is epsilon closure of R. So from the given machine, now the first is we have to going to find the epsilon closure of all the states. So whenever the machine NFA epsilon is given, we have to find epsilon closure of all the states. So the epsilon closure of P is we have to include the state P, and from P on epsilon it is going to the state Q comma R. Then from Q on epsilon it is null, and from R on epsilon it is null. So the epsilon closure of P is P, Q and R. Now coming to the state epsilon closure of Q, first include the state Q, and from Q it is empty. So The epsilon closure of Q is only Q. Now coming to epsilon closure of R, then R on epsilon goes to empty. So epsilon closure of R is only R. So here the second step is find the epsilon closure of all the states. Now from the next step we are going to create a DFA machine. So once we are creating any new machine, the first thing is we have to make initial state. Since here we are eliminating the non-deterministic property also, we have to make NFA transition. Then from that NFA transition, we have to convert that into a DFA transition. So we have to find which is the initial state of the given NFA epsilon. So the start state of NFA epsilon here is, it is P. I am representing in set of notation. So now, what will be the starting state of the DFA? So the starting state of DFA is, it is not directly bracket of P, because here we have to eliminate both the non-deterministic property as well as epsilon transition. So it will be epsilon closure of the initial state of the given initial state. So here the epsilon closure of P is actually P, Q and R. So now this will be the starting state of the DFA machine. So when we are converting NFA to DFA directly, the starting state of the given NFA will be the starting state of the DFA. But whereas in this case, converting from NFA epsilon to DFA, the epsilon closure of the starting state of the NFA epsilon will be the starting state of the DFA machine. So here the starting state will be P, Q and R. Now from the fourth step, we are going to start making the transition for A on A, B and C, because the given input is ABC. So now we are going to make capital A, comma A. So when we are making this, A is P, Q and R. So what we are going to do is del of, here it is del N of, from NFA transition we are going to convert that into a DFA transition. So del N of P, Q and R, I am denoting set of notation, comma A. And this has to be splitted and form it as, you have to make it as epsilon closure of del N of P, comma Q, comma R, comma A. This is what is the splitting of the transition. We have to just apply epsilon closure for this transition. Then only we can eliminate the epsilon transitions also. So now directly let us find this transition, then apply the epsilon closure at the last. So del of P, comma A union del of Q, comma A union del of R, comma A. So P, comma A is empty, Q, comma A is P and R, comma A is empty. So the result is only P. So take epsilon closure of that P. Epsilon closure of that P will be P, comma Q, comma R. So the DFA transition del D of P, comma Q, comma R, comma A will be equal to P, Q and R. And this is similar to that of the state capital A itself. So when we are processing A, comma A, we are getting only the same state as A. So now we have to make the next as A, comma B. So here now capital A, comma B will be equal to epsilon closure of del N of P, comma Q, comma R, comma B. So this will be equal to del of P, comma B union del of Q, comma B union del of R, comma B. So P, comma B is Q, Q, comma B is R, comma B is empty. So it is nothing but epsilon closure of Q, comma R. Epsilon closure of Q, comma R is epsilon closure of Q union epsilon closure of R. So now epsilon closure of Q is nothing but Q and epsilon closure of R is nothing but R. So it will be equal to Q, comma R. So your del D of P, comma Q, comma R, comma B will be equal to Q, comma R, and this is not resembling as that of the state. So we are marking this as and another state as capital B. So now we have to process for A comma C. A comma C is nothing but epsilon closure of del n of P comma Q comma R comma C. So which will be equal to del of P comma C union del of Q comma C union del of R comma C. P comma C is R, Q comma C is P comma Q, R comma C is empty. So you will have P comma Q comma R, which is nothing but you will have P comma Q comma R, which is nothing but epsilon closure of P union epsilon closure of Q union epsilon closure of R. So epsilon closure of P, Q and R will be equal to P, Q and R. P, Q and R. So del D of P comma Q comma R comma C will be equal to P, Q and R, which is similar to that of the state A. So while we are processing A comma B and A comma C, we have three states. We have the states coming as 3, which is 2, out of which 2 are A and 2 is B. 1 is B. So now let us start creating the DFA transition table here. So here for DFA transition table, here we have the state which is an initial state P comma Q comma R. P comma Q comma R is the state A, and you have another status now Q comma R, which is an initial state. So now we will have the input as A, B and C. So now let us start creating the transition table also parallelly. So A comma A goes to again P comma Q comma R, A comma B goes to Q comma R, and A comma C goes to P comma Q comma R. So now we have completed for the state as we have completed for the state capital A. Now we need to process for capital B. So B is Q comma R. So what we have to do here is we have to start process the step number 5 for the state B. So now for the state capital B. For the state B, we need to process for B comma A. So B comma A is nothing but epsilon closure of del n of the state B is Q comma R. So it is Q comma R comma A, which will be equal to del of Q comma A union del of R comma A. So Q comma A is P, R comma A is empty. So P is the answer. So epsilon closure of, for that state P, we need to find the epsilon closure of P. Epsilon closure of P is P comma Q comma R. So del D of Q comma R comma A will be equal to P comma Q comma R, which is resembling as the same state of A. Now we have to process for capital B comma small b. For small b, it is epsilon closure of del n of Q comma R comma B. So which will be del of Q comma B union del of R comma B. So Q comma B is R and R comma B is empty. So you will have the result as R, and for that you need to find the epsilon closure of R. Epsilon closure of R is only R. So del D of Q comma R comma B will be equal to only R, which is not resembling the state either A or B. So now this will be a new state as capital C. So now the next is we need to process B comma C. So B comma C is nothing but epsilon closure of del n of, you will have Q comma R comma C, which is del of Q comma C union del of R comma C. So Q comma C is R, and R comma C is Q comma C is P comma Q. So P comma Q and R comma C is empty. So the result will be P comma Q. Again, for which we need to find the epsilon closure of P union epsilon closure of Q. which is nothing but P comma Q comma R union Q. So you will have P, Q and R. So del D of Q comma R comma C will be equal to, you will have a state P comma Q comma R which is similar to that of the state capital A. So now we have completed the process of B comma A, B comma B, B comma C. So B comma A is nothing but going to the state P comma Q comma R, and B comma B is going to the new state as R which is C. So once you have a new state, add on this side also. Now B comma C is going to the same state A, P comma Q comma R. So now we have a new another state as R. So for this R, we need to find R comma, this R is a state C. So now we need to start finding C comma A, C comma B, C comma C. So now here when we are finding C comma A, so here what we have to do, the next step as for the step number 6, you have to do for state C. So for state C, C comma A. So C comma A is nothing but epsilon closure of del n of R comma A. So R comma A is nothing but R comma A is, you will have empty. So for that you need to apply epsilon closure. Epsilon closure of empty is also empty. So del D of R comma A will be equal to empty. So here for this it is not going to any new states. Now for C comma B, for C comma B you need to apply epsilon closure of del n of R comma A. That will be equal to R comma A. R comma A is also empty. So epsilon closure of empty is also again empty. So del D of R, it is R comma B is also empty. Whenever we are making a deterministic DFA, we have to compulsorily make the DFA transition. Then C comma C, which is equal to epsilon closure of del n of R comma C, which is R comma C is also empty. So epsilon closure of empty is also empty. So del D of R comma C is also empty. So here when we are processing C comma A, C comma B and C comma C, we are not getting any new state. So it is empty, empty and empty here. So now when we are making the initial state, directly we have to take capital A as the starting state. That is the initial state. Now we need to find which is the final state of the new DFA. So for that what we have to see is, we have to see what is the final state of the given problem. The final state of the given problem. So now with this your processing of the transition is over and we have completed creating the DFA machine. So now what we have to do is, we need to find the final state of the machine. For the final state of the machine, you have to see what is the final state of the given problem. The final state of the given problem is R. So in the new set of states, you have capital A state as PQR, B is QR and C is R. So in this combinations of A, B and C, you have to see wherever R is present. So R is present in capital A, initial state also it is present. So it is also final state. The second set of states R is present. So that is also a final state. And in the last state also R is present. So that is also a final state. So here for the DFA that we have created, we have a single initial state and all the states are final. So now we have a deterministic automata and we doesn't have epsilon transition also. So now the next step is to create the transition diagram. So for the transition diagram, as we have known, P, Q and R, this is initial state as well as final state. So double circle. Now here Q comma R, this is final state. And again R, this is also a final state. So now P comma Q comma R on A go to the same state. Then P comma Q comma R on B go to Q comma R. Now P comma Q comma R on C goes to the same state. Q comma R on A go to PQR, and Q comma R on B goes to R. Then Q comma R on C goes to P comma Q comma R, and R state does not go to any state for any of the input symbol. So now the given machine is deterministic. For each input symbol, it is going to a single state. So this is the DFA machine that we have created from the NFA epsilon. So I think you have understood the steps very clearly. So when we are converting NFA epsilon to DFA, we have to create new state, as well as while creating the new state, we need to apply epsilon closure of the states. If you have any doubts, you just comment me on the channel. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.